guys, today we're going to make Amaretti cookies. So Amaretti cookies are pretty much an Italian kind of a cookie, but I love them. They're really delicious. It's a way to use up, if you have lots of egg whites left over from making like my vanilla pudding or ice cream, this is a perfect way to use them up. It's really simple. All you need are a few ingredients and you're pretty much good to go. You need some toasted and ground almonds, a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of cinnamon, sugar, of course, a little bit of powdered sugar also, sea salt, just a tiny bit, pure almond extract, pure vanilla extract, and some egg whites that are at room temperature that are already sitting in my tabletop mixer. A tabletop mixer is a great kitchen tool to have for this cookie just because it whips up the egg yolks so much faster. It's not that it can't be done with a handheld mixer, it totally, definitely can, but it just takes much longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my tabletop mixer. I'm going to start with my egg whites that are in there, and I'm going to put 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Of course, you can get all of the ingredients with the proper measurements on my website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. Okay, so I'm going to start this. I'm going to start my mixer. I'm going to let it mix with the whisk attachment for a couple of minutes until the egg whites are nice and frothy. So after just 1 or 2 minutes, this is what frothy means. When they look like this, I'm going to turn my mixer back on a low speed and I'm going to slowly begin adding my regular granulated sugar into this while it's running on a low speed. Okay, so you know the egg whites are ready when they're really, really nice and shiny, and this is basically a meringue. So, and they're nice and shiny and they make these pretty stiff peaks, just like this. They pretty much hold their shape. They're not that stiff, they're more, a little bit softer. You don't want to overbeat them. And then at this point we're just going to add our extracts. So since this is an almond cookie, I'm going to add just 1/2 teaspoon, and as I usually don't measure my vanilla extract. More is usually better for me, but almond extract is one of those flavors that are very, very concentrated and a little bit goes a long way, so you should definitely measure that and not put too much in there, otherwise it'll really overpower it and make it a little bitter. And I'll put my vanilla extract in here, and I don't want to go overboard with this either because it is an almond cookie, so I don't want to ruin the flavor, so I'll measure 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract in this and just give it a little whisk. Okay. Now all we're going to do is put our dry ingredients in here. We're just going to mix up the cinnamon with the cornstarch, and the cinnamon really adds wonderful flavor to this, so don't leave it out. Just mix it all up. And then we're just going to fold it in here, trying not to deflate these egg whites too much. That's why we wait and we put it in the end. And that's it. These cookies are ready to go in the oven. Well, they're ready to shape and then go in the oven. So my oven is preheating at 350 degrees. I'm just going to put these in here and fold them in. They smell so good. You can smell a little bit of the cinnamon and lots of almond flavor. They're just going to be so delicious. That's it. Once it's all incorporated, it looks like this. Okay, so if you have a little melon baller or a small ice cream scoop, you can use that to scoop these onto your baking sheets that are lined with parchment paper, but I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons today. You could even pipe these out with a nice piping bag, but we're going to keep things really simple today and just use our tablespoons. I'm going to continue filling up my baking sheets until all of this mixture is done, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so we got about 20 of these beautiful little cookies. They're so rustic looking because I didn't have a melon ball scooper, but they're gonna be beautiful. What we're gonna do now is just sprinkle some powdered sugar on here, and then when they're baked, they're gonna get that little crackly look that Amaretti cookies are really well known for. So you can just use powdered sugar and sprinkle this on top. At this point, you can do lots of things with this. You can also take some sliced almonds and put them on top. A lot of people put pine nuts also, but I'm gonna keep them nice and simple, just like this, because they are perfect this way. They taste good the other way too, but I like them just like this. My oven is preheated at 350 degrees. I'm gonna put them in and they're gonna bake for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna take them out and let them cool and show you what they look like.
Cool.
All right, so the Amaretti cookies have cooked and they've cooled, and they're really nice and crispy on the outside, and they're just a little bit chewy on the inside. I'm gonna taste one. They are so delicious. They're crispy and that almond flavor is so intense. They're a little warm with the cinnamon, a touch of cinnamon. You can't really taste the cinnamon, you taste a lot of almond. Please get on the website, get the recipe, and make these. You will not be sorry. They're super delicious, and they're really pretty. Look at them, how nice they are. They're perfect gifts to give too as well. Go on the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.